Yeah. We are live. We are live. This is the school of prosperity. This is the school of prosperity. This is where we explore different strategies on making money, managing money, multiplying money, and building transgenerational businesses. All right. So here I expose us to the three M's of money, not MMM, not the Ponzi scheme, but the three M's of money, how to make it, how to manage it, and how to multiply it. And I also show you proven strategies on how to build transgenerational businesses, businesses that will live beyond you. So here we are. Let me shout out. Here we are. I'm shouting out to I'm shouting out to everyone online. If you are just joining us, all right, this is an opportunity to share this link to as many people as possible. Share it to your friends, your enemies, your family members. Make sure you share this link to as many people as possible because what we are going to be looking at tonight is the reason why a lot of people keep complaining that they don't have money. They don't have money. All right. If you know how to do what I want to show you tonight, you will never have money problem again in your life. All right. So I'm going to be showing you strategic things to do to step into abundance. And one of the major life skill you must learn, all right, that will put you ahead of every other person is what I'm going to talk about this evening. So you cannot afford to miss it. Pick your writing pad. This is the School of Prosperity SOP. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about something very important, sales. Sales. I'm going to be talking about sales. How to sell anything. Yes, that's the topic we are looking at tonight. I'm going to be showing you how to sell anything. There's a key formula I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. This formula is what I use, all right, uh, in my sales process to be able to get in people that will pay me for the things that I do. All right. So um, we are going to be stepping into this. But before we step into this, I just want you to take a confession. All right. Take a confession. Say, my heart is large. Say, I enjoy the fullness of the goodness of this world. Say, my services are needed globally. Say, the things that I do have global relevance. Yes. Say, my life is spreading abroad like the river. My influence is spreading to the nations. I am abundant in my thinking. I refuse to think small. I think big, and I think big always. All right, so this is it. So now we are going to be going into this. I'm so delighted tonight. I know why. I know why because this works. All right, the reason why I'm excited is because what I am sharing with you works, and it works 100% of the time. So I'm going to be talking about what I call the NABT, NABT, NABT selling strategy. I call it NABT selling strategy, NABT selling strategy. All right, that's NABT, and each of these words represents something. All right, NABT. N represent need, A represent authority, B represent budget. All right, your client, your potential client budget or your prospect budget, and T represent timing. Yes, this is very, very key. All right. This the NABT formula of selling is what I'm going to be talking about tonight. The last time I told you the million flow, we talked about the million flow, how to move from zero to millions. I gave you a blueprint on how to get this done. If you were not in our last live session, make sure you go back and connect and watch that video. I tell you, it was a bullseye. It was a blow. So go back, watch that video because it is very, very necessary. All right. So, but today we are looking at sales, 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 sales. What is selling? What does it mean to sell something? What does it mean? Selling is different from marketing. That's the first understanding I need you to have. Selling is different from marketing. All right. When you say marketing, you are trying to create awareness. You are trying to make people know the value that you have to offer. So you are either marketing online or marketing physically by banners, flyers, one-on-one conversation with people around. So that's marketing. Or you go online and run ads, social media marketing, different kinds of digital marketing setups. Those are awareness creation. But when it comes to sales, all right, sale is actually unfolding the value of your product or your service to a potential buyer whom you have carried out the NABT strategy on. Yes. If you have not carried out the NABT strategy and you are trying to unfold the value just to review the importance, the relevance, how that the solution you have solves the problem of an individual. If you are trying to do that without having engaged the NAPT strategy, you are actually shooting yourself on the leg. Yes, you're shooting yourself on the leg. Uh, you won't get it right. So most times you get discouraged. You get some people even become depressed and they feel like this thing is not working. People don't want to buy from me. No, it's not because they don't want to buy from you. It's simply because you did not engage the NAPT strategy. So what's the NAPT strategy? I said it already that your N represents need, and we're going to be going into each of them one step at a time. But N, anywhere you see N in this equation, it represents need. So you don't sell to people that do not need what you have to offer. For example, if I'm not having headache, I don't need anybody to come and sell paracetamol to me. All right. If I'm not in pains, all right, I don't need any medical care as at that time. It's not a need. So some people carry their valuable product and services and they are pitching it to people that do not need them and therefore they are frustrated. So the first thing to consider in selling is need. Do these people need what I want to sell to them? Does this person need it? Is it a need? Is it a want? All right. Is it something they want? Is it something they need from me? And also, there is a difference between need and want. All right. You might want something but not need it. For example, young people need to be trained on digital skills. All right. But a lot of them do not want to go through the rigor of training. They want to play game. Did you see that? They want, that's a want, but it's not a need. So actually, somebody might need something and not want it. So, but I'm not talking about need and want now. I just want you to focus on this strategy I'm going to be teaching you. So I said the very first thing is what I call the N, which is the need. You have to identify that this solution I have, this particular prospect that I want to meet needs it. For example, we in First Tech, we offer the training for different digital skills, right? So we meet with parents because parents need their children to be tech savvy. A lot of parents do not have the opportunity to be exposed to the digital economy. So they want to use their children to bridge that gap. So they want it and they need it. So what do? We pitch to them. We have this platform where we train kids on different digital skills. Come and register your children. So when we do that, we are obeying the law of this selling strategy. All right. I say sales is unraveling, unfolding, revealing the solution that you have to solve a particular problem that somebody has, either in the form of a product or a service. That's sales. Once you carry solution to someone and you have identified that the person has this problem, what you are doing is that you are already in the process of selling. The second consideration, remember I said we are going to take this point one after the other, but let me just run through them first. The second thing we are considering is what is called the authority. All right, authority. So yes, this person needs this thing. Does the person have the authority to make decision to buy it from you? That is the next question you need to ask. So if I meet a 5-year-old, I know he needs to start learning digital skills, but that 5-year-old does not have the authority to make the decision to put himself in our tech school. So if I go to the 5-year-old and I start talking to him, come and we have these skills, you can start learning and building yourself. I'm just shooting myself on the leg. The 5-year-old will not answer me, and I cannot get sales across to him or her. So what will happen is that I have to meet someone that has the authority to make the decision to buy. So, and that is the parents, right? I don't know why I'm using my digital setup as the example. Okay, let me use fashion. All right. Let's say you're into fashion business, you sew clothes, you're a tailor, and you go meeting people. All right. Let's say you meet young chaps, all right, you start telling them, oh, it's so nice clothes and all that. Those children may not have the capacity to buy clothes for themselves at the moment. So you need to meet their parents and then discuss with their parents who are the authority figures in their life. So in selling something, you must make sure that the person you are talking to is the person that has the authority of decision making. Are you getting it? Yes, I know you are getting it, and it's getting more interesting. Sorry, it's getting more interesting. So this third one is B. B. You have to find a way to know if the if the if the people, right, if the people that the person that you have identified that has the needs, if the person you have identified that has the need, right? If the person has the authority, and then the third one is that you have to look at the B. What's the B? The B is the big B, which is the budget. The budget. Does this person have the budget to execute on that purchase at the moment? You have to ask. You have to find a way to unravel that from your potential prospect. Do they have the budget? Do they have the budget? Do they have the financial capacity? Do they have the financial capacity to buy from you? You have to find out. All right, you have to find out. And when you find out, then you've already ticked the third point. You have already climbed the third ladder. All right. Remember the ladder of need, authority, and then the ladder of budget. Right. The next ladder is the ladder of time. Time. This one is very important. Yes, I may have the money to buy. I have the budget. I am the one that will make the decision. It is a need that I have, but I may not be ready to execute at that time. Maybe I want to start building my house, and you're a contractor, a building project manager, and you come to me, and then I have the money. I want to build. I want to build a house. I have the authority to make the decision. I have the budget, but then it is not yet time. I'm planning to start building in January 2027. Yes, January 2027. That's when I'm planning to start building. So if you come now and start pressurizing me, I will feel frustrated, and you won't be able to get money out of my pocket because it is not yet the time that I want to buy. So this is exactly what it is. So the NABT strategy is the strategy that when you engage it, you will always close a sale 100% of the time. Yes. Once you're able to find out by conversation if the person has the need, if the person has the authority to make the decision, if the person wants to buy, and then the person has the budget, the financial capacity, and then you also find out if the person is in the right time, the right frame of time he wants to get that thing. Boy, you've already gotten the deal. So now, how do you find out these things? I know that's the question you're asking me. Yes, in the School of Prosperity, we don't just motivate you or try to show you things. No, we show you the how-to of life. I define wisdom. I always define wisdom as the how-to of life. For me, wisdom is equal to the how-to of life. Once you know the how to get things done, you're a wise man. Once you know how to execute, how to get things done, how to get what you want, how to relate with people, how to assess opportunities. Once you know the how to, that is the wisdom. You're a wise man. All right. So once you know these four steps, need, authority, budget, and time, once you can bring it out from the mouth of the potential prospect, I tell you, you are ready to close the deal. Yes, you are ready to close the deal. So the question now is, how do I know if someone has the need for my solution or my product or my service? How do I know if someone has the authority to make the purchase? How do I know if somebody has the budget to buy? How do I know if the person also has the time? How do I know? So that is what we are going into right now. And we are going to explore this thing one step at a time. I told you I'm so excited because what I'm teaching you is what works. So let's go. How do we know? Do you want to see my screen? Okay, let me just share my screen with you. Let me share my screen with you so that you can get a feel of what I am sharing here. Let me share my screen with you. Let me share my screen with you. NABT, okay, this is it. This is it. Share. All right, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. We are at it already. We are at it already. So, yes. Okay. So the first one is the core idea. Let me explain the core idea. Selling is not convincing everyone. That's the first thing you have to understand. In selling, you are not trying to convince everybody because not everybody will buy from you. So settle that in your mind that not everybody will buy from you. You are not trying to convince everyone to buy. A salesperson's job is not simply to present an offer. The first job is to determine whether the prospect has the conditions required for a sale to happen. You have to determine that. And that is why I gave you this strategy, the NABT strategy, NABT. All right. That is what you need to determine. Do they need it? Do they have the authority to make the decision? Are they willing to buy in terms of do they have the financial capacity to buy it? And then is it the right time for them to make the purchase? Are you getting this? So NABT gives you 4 qualification lenses before you invest serious time, energy, and follow up. Think, qualify, diagnose, present, and advance. So you qualify. This NABT strategy is what you use to qualify the potential client. You qualify them. Do they have the quality of what it takes to buy my product or my service? Once you can establish that, it is very, very easy for you to close a deal. All right. So let's move into this further. So activity is not the same as progress. Why salespeople waste time? Why do salespeople waste time? A lot of salespeople are wasting their precious time and energy. That's why a lot of them are frustrated. A lot of them are down. A lot of them are dejected. I'm so sorry, but you don't have to enter that place. That's why I'm sharing this wisdom with you. All right. This is the how to of sales, how you can sell absolutely anything, anytime, any day. So this is it. They pitch before understanding the problem. That's the first thing. They are trying to say, come and buy this iPhone, but the person does not need an iPhone, or the person does not need a Samsung phone. The person needs something else. Some people just need, you know what to call touchlight, touchlight phone. I was Jew or something like that. Sorry for those who are in diaspora, just trying to connect with my Nigerian audience. All right. So, um, they pitch before understanding the problem. Two, they speak to people who cannot approve the purchase, the people that do not have the authority to make the decision. That's the one they are speaking to. Then they assume ability to pay without checking, and then they keep following up despite poor timing. They confuse interest, curiosity, and politeness with buying intent. So the fact that somebody is interested or is curious about your product or service, or the person is expressing, is kind to you, is polite in the way he's talking to you when you want to go and sell to them, does not mean that they want to buy, does not mean they have the need to buy, does not mean they have the authority to make the buying decision, does not mean they have the budget at hand to execute on the purchase. Neither does it mean that it is time for them to even buy. Are you getting this? So you have to be aware of this. All right. So don't confuse it. Don't mix it up. Don't mix it up. Don't mix it up. So let's go further. Let's now go into the end. How do I know that someone needs what I want to sell? All right. How do I know that somebody needs what I want to sell? Does the prospect have a problem worth solving? That's the question. Does he have a problem worth solving? Need is the existence of a meaningful gap between the prospect current state and desired state. So you have to draw a line, all right, that establishes where the parents, you have to establish a line, all right, that shows the prospect's current need, all right, and then the prospect's future desire. Are you getting this? The prospect's current need and the prospect future desire. This is what you are going to do. You have to understand, number one, what current state is this prospect? What is he going through? What is she going through that I have a solution for? All right. Some people just go about trying to sell to everybody. No. Ask yourself first, this person I'm trying to sell to, does he have the need that my product or my service will solve? If that person doesn't have the need your product or your service will solve, why go meet him? Why go waste your time? So you don't have to waste your time with people that do not have the need for the product or the service that you are offering. Are you getting this now? So a weak need produces curiosity. A strong need produces movement. Let me say it again. A weak need produces curiosity. A strong need produces what? Movement and action-based implementation. This is what to ask your potential prospect. This is what to ask them. You will ask them, what is happening now? What is the problem? What is it costing you to solve this problem? What would better look like? You know what you're doing? You're already entering their mind to dig out the fact that they actually need your product or your service. So you are asking them, okay, hello, sir. Let's say, for example, I want to sell. Actually, I will keep using my education, my edtech setup. Let's say I want to sell a course to a parent. All right, maybe basic computer proficiency. When I meet the parent, I'll first ask, oh, hello, sir. Hello, ma. My name is so, 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 so. I'm from First Tech. This is what we do in First Tech. But then I just want to ask, what is it? What has it been for you like in this computer age? So I engage in a conversation with him or her. What has it been for you like? All right. Do you find it easy to flow along with all this digital setup that we're having? The world is already a digital economy. How is it going with you? And then the person starts talking and talking. And then before you know it, I will chip it in. I will say, oh, but you know, you can't allow your children to repeat the same mistake that you made, that you didn't embrace this technology on time. Why not allow them to embrace it on time? You see that? I'm already entering that parent. Yes, I'm entering him or her. And therefore, what happened? So we begin to talk. And I say, okay, I have this solution. We can train your child on this. And then we get talking. Why? Because in the first instance of me engaging with that parent, I was able to dig out the fact that this person will need, or even if they don't need it, I was able to plant the need in their heart. Because there is another aspect of need that you have to understand. Sometimes you have to be the one to create the need that people do not even know that they need. Yes, that's one of the skill of selling. Sometimes you create a need where people are not even thinking about it. All right. So, sales rule. This is the sales rule you must obey. No meaningful need equal no meaningful urgency. When somebody is not urgent in getting to know what you are selling or getting to understand your product or your services, it means the person does not have a need indeed. So let's go. So let's go deeper into this need thing. All right. Discover before you prescribe, just like doctors do. You see, you can learn a lot from the medical practitioners when it comes to sales. All right. When you meet with a doctor, they don't just say, hey, let's shoot him injection. Ah, okay, he needs paracetamol. No, that's not what a doctor will do. What will a doctor do? Once you meet with a doctor, they will first start checking you. They call it vital signs. They will check your blood pressure, they will check your eyes color, they will press your stomach, they will press your chest. All those things that they are doing, they are trying to establish your need. They are trying to get to know what really is the problem that you have. In the same vein, as a salesperson, when you approach a potential client, the first thing to do is to press him and engage the vital signs. Find out, ask questions. Don't just go telling them, I have this for you. No. Ask questions. Okay, what's the problem? What have you been going through? What have you been solving this kind of problem? And then as you're asking those questions, they feel that you are interested in them. They feel that you are concerned about them. And once someone begins to have feeling towards you, you are already closing the deal, because sales happen in the place of emotion. Every sales process, every closed deal is an emotional process. Are you getting it? So analyze the situation. What is happening now? That's the first thing. What is happening now? Then talk about the problem. What is not working? All right. Ask them what is not working about that particular field that is your own. Let's say you're a tailor. You ask them, the last time you gave a tailor your clothes to sew, how long did it take to deliver? The person say, yeah, they almost cost me not to go for my event. The person start talking about different negative experiences, and then you are already seeing where to come in. All right, you're already seeing where to come in. So, impact. You also ask them, what does the problem cost in money, time, stress, missed opportunities, or growth? This challenge you are facing, what has it been costing you? The person begins to explain. All right, then desired outcome. What result does the prospect want? Ask him or her. So, what do you want? What will good result in this particular scenario look like for you? When you ask them those questions, they will use their own mouth to buy or to sell themselves to you. For example, let's say I need marketing, I need more qualified property buyers, and a predictable flow of inspections. Are you getting it? This is a real estate uh, person talking. All right. So when they talk like this, they're already telling you where to come in from. So this is how to sell. If you are learning something here, drop an emoji and drop a comment on the chat box. Drop a comment now. Drop a comment now. So the second thing is authority. Someone say authority. Yes, authority. The authority is the ability to make decision here. So the question is, this person I am talking to buy my product or my service, does he have the authority to make the decision of the buying? For example, let's say you are someone that supplies companies with a particular product or service. All right, your demand comes from companies. Now you need to understand that the receptionist does not have the ability to make the buying decision. So if you go there and you start pitching sales to the receptionist, you are telling her or him, this is what we said, this is the price. He will just that person will just be looking at you because they don't have the ability to make the buying decision in that system. Are you getting this? It is the um, it is the boss, all right? It is the boss, maybe the CEO or the procuring manager or whosoever that has that ability to make those kind of decision. Are you getting it? So what do? You have to ask them, please, can I speak with your boss? Why? Because you want to connect with the decision maker, with the one that has the authority. And once you're able to connect with that person, then you've already entered the zone of sales. The next thing I want you to understand about authority is that authority is not always the same as ownership. Identify the economic buyer, decision maker, influencer, and gatekeeper. For example, I usually use this example whenever I'm teaching this. If you come to a family, most times the wife is actually the decision maker when it comes to buying anything in the house. So if you are talking to the husband, you are wasting time. But if you can get the wife and you convince, let me not use convince. In sales, we don't actually convince. In sales, we open value. We review the value of what we have to offer, right? So if you can review the value of what you have to offer to the wife, automatically the wife will convince the husband to buy. That is how it works. This is the sales strategy. Are you getting it? So ask questions like, apart from you, who else needs to be involved before this buying decision can be made? When you ask somebody a question like that, then the person will say, oh, I think I need to speak with my boss. Tell the person immediately, okay, can I speak with your boss? Can you give me your boss's number? Immediately you do that, you are connecting to the decision maker. That is how to sell. Then authority can be direct, shared, or indirect. All right. And never build an entire sales process around someone who cannot authorize the purchase. I'll say it again. Never build an entire sales process around someone who cannot authorize the purchase. Always look out for someone that is the decision maker, the one carrying the authority. So the next thing here is the B, the B, the B, the B, the B. Let's look at the B. The B speaks of the the B speaks of the person that's actually the budget, all right? B speaks of the budget. Who does this person have the budget to buy? Does the person have the financial capacity? That's the B. So when we are talking about the B, we are talking about budget, we are talking about financial capacity, we are talking about financial ability to get the product or the service that you have to offer. So you have to ask yourself, is there financial capacity or an approved path to fund the solution? Ask them, sir, this product that I'm showing you right now, if you were to make the financial decision to buy it now, let's say you are ready to buy it now, do you have the money to pay for it? Ask. Don't say, no, why should I be asking them? You have to ask so that you don't keep wasting your time coming to somebody again and again that does not have the ability to buy your product or your service. You are just wasting your time. And time is money. Time na money. Yes. So is budget is not just do you have money? No. Determine whether money is available, allocated, accessible, or can be approved. Ask questions like, have you set aside a budget for solving this problem? Ask the person, are you ready to buy? Do you have the money to buy now? Are you getting it? Then, thirdly, what range have you considered? That's another thing you can ask. What range? That means what's your budget range? Somebody say, I want to rent an apartment. Let's say you're a real estate agent. Don't just go about searching for house and then you go and search for 1 million house, 1 million naira house, and then you come to the person and say, I was just looking for 250,000 naira house. Sorry, because you have wasted your time. You should have asked the person, do you have the financial capacity and what is your budget range? Budget must be evaluated against value, not treated as an isolated number. Note this, budget must be evaluated against value, not treated as what? An isolated number. The value you have to offer, you have to look at their budget and then compare it with it and say, okay, can this work before you can proceed? Budget, handle price correctly. When it comes to budgeting, handle price correctly. How do you do it as a salesperson? Do not negotiate against yourself. Do not negotiate against yourself. So what do? First, establish the problem and desired outcome. That means know what their problem is, know their desired outcome. Then establish the financial context. That means for you to move from this problem to this outcome, what is the financial implication? What will it cost to get it done? You have to know it so that in speaking, you'll be able to communicate the right price to the people listening to you. Then connect investment to expected value. If budget is below, all right, your offer, explore scope, timing, payment structure, or alternatives without destroying value. For example, let's say someone wants to enroll in First Tech, and in First Tech now, if you want to enroll as a student, we are going to give you a T-shirt, we are going to give you an ID card, we are going to give you your training materials, we are going to do some installation, all right, of some apps that you will use for your training for you. Now, all those things cost us money. But now you are saying, I cannot pay, and then there is going to be basic training fee included. All right. So let's say everything is 100,000. But now the client is saying, I cannot afford 100,000. So I can tell you, okay, we can still reduce the price for you, but we will not give you t-shirt. We will not help you install the apps. You go and install it by yourself. We just remove some things from the basic value and then still offer maybe around 80,000 to the person. And if the person can afford that, we enroll such a student. Are you getting it? So you have to find a way. So don't just be giving discount. Yes, this reminds me. All of you that you say, we are giving you 20% discount. We are giving you 30%. No, don't give discount like that. Your discount must be justified. Or else the client will think that the original price you told him that or her, that the value of what you are giving him is not even worth it. That's why you are reducing it. But when you want to give discount, you must attach your discount to value that you are removing. Are you getting it? So we are giving you discount to pay 80,000 instead of 100,000 because we will not give you t-shirt, we will not give you installation, or we will not give you this. Are you getting it? That is how to discount your price. I believe you are learning something here. If you are learning something, drop a comment on the chat box, drop a comment, and make sure you are sharing the link uh, of this live session. Share the link, share the link, share the link right now. Share it to as many people as possible within your contacts. All right. Don't keep this value to yourself. Share the link. So the last letter in the strategy is the T. The T, timing. What did I call it? Timing. When does the prospect intend to act to make the purchase? You have to know. So you ask them. If the person says, it is next year, January, you don't have to keep wasting your energy visiting the person's office again and again. No. He says it's next year. The only thing you will do, you will enter what I call the rest mode strategy. So the person is going to buy next year, January. All you need to do is enter the rest mode strategy. Rest mode strategy. What is the rest mode strategy? Maybe you just be sending Happy New Month to the person. you make sure that the person save your number so that the person will be seeing your status. Are you getting it? And then you're sending happy new month. If there's any special thing that's happening around the person, you send the greetings and all that, so that your awareness will be in the consciousness of that person. So once it is getting to that January, you now intensify, intensify your pursuit again, and then begin to push, because now you understand the timing that this person needs that product or the service. So this is how it works. So when it comes to timing, you have to ask, timing separate a real opportunity from a future possibility. All right. And don't confuse that the person will buy in the future and that he will buy now. Don't confuse it. When do you want this problem solved? Ask the person, when do you want this problem? And then also ask, why that timeline? Ask them. If they say, I want to do it in so time, ask them, why that timeline? Why do you want to do it at that time? The person may say, I'm saving up for it, I'm doing this. The person will give you reasons. Are you getting it? Ask questions. A good salesman is the one that asks more questions than making pitches, just pitching. Trying to describe the features of your product. Our product is good. Our product is this. It has this color. You don't need all that. Ask them questions. They by themselves, they will sell themselves to you, and they will release their money to you as you ask the right set of questions. So timing and urgency. Urgency is usually created by consequence. All right. So this is it. How do you create urgency? Pain plus consequence plus deadline equal to urgency. Let me say it. Pain, all right, if you can show the person the pain that the person will suffer if you do not get that your product or service, and then you add it plus the consequence, what will happen to the person if you do not get the product or service, then plus deadline, all right? Give a deadline that, see, this product is going to finish at so time. If you don't make your decision now, that is equal to urgency. This is the formula for urgency: pain plus consequence plus deadline equal to urgency. So, and when there is urgency, people tend to buy faster. For example, I was talking to a client today. I told him, I said, we help companies host their website on our platform. So I was telling the man, I said, see, your your subscription renewal is almost, the deadline is almost here. If you don't do it between now and Monday, your website will crash. Yes, but of course, I know from the other end that the website will not crash. But I was just trying to create a level of urgency so that this man can release the money and we get the job done. So a prospect may have a strong need but weak urgency. Do not manufacture fake urgency. No, don't. Expose the real consequence of delay. If timing is undefined, nurture instead of forcing a close or forcing the person to buy. Don't force anybody to buy anything. Don't force anybody to buy anything. Make sure that you are working with their own decision that they made by themselves. All right. So this leads us to then this closes the entire NABT strategy. All right, NABT. This is how you qualify the person that is ready to bring out money and buy from you. So score the opportunity before you chase it. Need, is the problem real and important? Authority, are we connected to the decision process? Budget, is there a credible funding path? Timing, is there a reason to act within a defined window? All right. Then strong opportunity is equal to evidence across all four. Once you can get evidence across need, authority, budget, and timing, I tell you that is a strong opportunity. You are heading to close a sweet and a juicy sale. Are you getting it? So let's do this, a simple 1 to 5 scoring system. I call this a simple 1 to 5 scoring system. So how does this work? Turn intuition into a repeatable sales discipline. 1, no evidence. 2, weak, some evidence. 3, some evidence. 4, strong evidence. And then 5, confirmed and specific. Score each NABT or NABT strategy. Score them within this range. So total possible is 20. All right, total person 20. So between 16 to 20, prioritize. 11 to 15, develop. 4 to 10, nurture. Anything less than that, disqualify. All right, this is how to make the right decision of people that will buy from you. So, not discovery questions. Questions that qualify without sounding like an interrogation. All right. For example, for need, ask them, what prompted you to look at this now? What prompted you to say you want to buy this property? What prompted you to want to sew this clothes? What prompted you to want to get this product or this service? Ask them. They will explain to you. Authority, who else is involved in making this decision? That's the kind of question you ask when you want to confirm the authority level. Who else is involved in making this decision? For budget, if you want to confirm if they have the budget or they have the money, the financial capacity, you will ask them, what investment range have you planned for this? What investment range have you planned for this? And then timing, all right? When would you ideally want this implemented? When will you want to make this purchase? How soon do you want this product or service delivered to you? Once you ask questions like this, I tell you, you will discover the NABT of your prospect, and then you will be able to know maybe the person is worth pursuing or is not worth pursuing. All right. Now, this is also how to follow up. What happens if you do nothing? What happens if you do nothing? All right. So you have to ask questions like that. Um, okay. I think I want to wrap up this because I want to do a very short one tonight. Just, I believe I've given you a tool to work with. Uh, you can drop questions, all right? If you have questions, you want to know more about this, you can join us in the School of Prosperity, all right? You can contact this number, all right? 070 14800 756 070 14800 756. All right, you can contact this number to join the School of Prosperity if you need more personalized training on sales, on how to make more money from whatsoever value and services that you're offering. Connect with us, and we are in to help you. Once again, this is the School of Prosperity. This is where we train you on the three M's of money: how to make money, how to manage it, and how to multiply it. And also, we teach you how to build businesses that live beyond you. We teach you how to build transgenerational businesses. So, once again, keep in touch with us. This happens every Friday, West African time, 8 p.m. every Friday. And I want to use this opportunity to also invite you for a spiritual encounter meeting that I hold every Wednesday morning, 6:30 a.m. every Wednesday. We meet to tap into the supernatural, where we also dissect and draw from the supernatural realm. All right. Once again, I want to say thank you for joining us in School of Prosperity. This brings us to the end of today's live stream session. God bless you. Keep selling, keep making money, and keep sharing. All right.